on them. We didn't break them open or cut them to see how well done they were. We did just as Roger said to find out where they're at in the temperature gauge.
Let's talk a little bit for just a minute about why does outdoor cooking taste so good, and especially in the case of steaks. Well, there are baffles over our heat here, and juices from the steak are dripping down on those hot baffles, and they're giving back. It evaporates right back up into the meat. That combined with the open air and oxygen now in a heated environment, and we've got the best of both worlds.
Well, Roger, those steaks are doing up real nice, and they are awesome steaks. And again, you can always go to our webpage at www.johnnysinc.com. Click on Watch Videos. You can watch your prior shows, you can watch this show, and you can also get in there and look for our specials, our recipes. Chef Tappan has many recipes on our webpage, and I like to see when people come in the shop, they have their recipe in hand and they walk around and pick up the ingredients. It's just awesome when you guys come in and do that. We really appreciate your support.
And look me up when you come in. If you have any cooking questions or just want to talk about cooking, I'll be more than happy to spend some time with you. Now, here's another steak accessory I'd like to talk about. We'll just move these over a little bit, and that's caramelized onions. Take a nice Mayan or Vidalia, a sweet onion, and put them in a skillet, slice them, put them in a skillet, and for this volume of onion, this is three large onions. Remember, onions have a lot of moisture, so they're going to reduce. You usually need to start with a little more than what you think you're going to need. And I've got about 3 tablespoons of butter here, and then I use smoked paprika just to help color them. Caramelized onions is sweetening onions, further sweetening them and giving them color. And this always makes a nice steak accessory. Now the same thing with mushrooms. We can do the same thing with mushrooms. Saute the mushrooms in a modest amount of butter. The mushrooms will give of their moisture. You want to cook them until that moisture evaporates back. Maybe we can touch them up with a little burgundy wine, some garlic, however you want to accessorize them. Steak seasoning works good. But again, mushrooms are so loaded with moisture, we need to start with tons more than we think we need because there's going to be a huge reduction.
Well, while Roger stirs up those onions a little bit, you know, we've talked about seasoned butters, we've talked about onions, we've talked about mushrooms. They're all great to put on steaks, but me, I'm just good old Franklin County. Give me that steak, give me my grill, and I am good to go because Johnny's steaks are so tender, delicious, and moist that you can't go wrong when you buy your steaks at Johnny's and you have them in your freezer for when those unexpected guests stop by, or on that Saturday afternoon, you're back there on your patio and you want to have a delicious dinner with your family.
Now here we've got this beautiful ribeye steak, nicely marked on the grill. It's ready to eat. It's just between rare and medium rare. We can tell by the touch.
Wow, that is awesome. That is an awesome looking steak. That is one of my favorites, along with that ranch steak, because they are awesome.
And rather than cover up those good grill marks that we put on there, we're going to surround the steak with our caramelized our onions.
You really want to put those onions around it because maybe your guest doesn't really want the onion on top of your steak. They can always just take some and add it on there as they need it and enjoy it that way as well. Well, look, we've cooked some great steaks here. Roger's given us some great pointers. We got some great eye appeal here. You can't go wrong with these delicious steaks from Johnny's. And we really appreciate Roger coming out here today, showing us how to do these on the grill. We've got to get to Brent Straley because he's in our kitchen and he's going to show us another unique way to prepare the delicious steaks that you can get at Johnny's. Let's go see what Brent's doing now. Hey, Johnny's is conveniently located. We are on Route 11. Everybody knows where Route 11 is. Runs straight through Chambersburg. And you can also get here right off Route 81. Take the exit and you're right here on 11 and you are at Johnny's.
Welcome back. Welcome to our cooking area over here. And I just wanted to show you today an alternative method that you can use inside to create a perfect steak. And what I selected from the steaks we looked at earlier is a black gold ranch and also the new Culotte steak, which is a top sirloin steak. What we're going to do here, basically we need our steaks, we need a little bit of oil. I like olive oil. I also like Montreal steak seasoning, which you can purchase here as well. All we're going to do is we're going to put this on the eye And we're going to get this as hot as we can get it. Let this on, and I should mention we want to use cast iron wherever we can. Put this on the eye with a little bit of oil in it. Next, take your olive oil, in this case, coat both your steaks, both sides. And from there, then we want to add any seasonings. It can be just salt and pepper. And in my case, again, I'm using a Montreal steak seasoning. I like to do it on both sides, press it in so it stays on the steak. There we are. On the other side. There we go. Okay. Now, this pan is going to be very, very hot at that point. What we're going to do is we're going to put these steaks in 2 minutes on each side. No more than 2 minutes. In fact, use a timer if you can or your watch. What you're doing is searing the steaks on both sides. Okay, so what we've done here is we have added our steaks into a very hot fry pan. I should mention also, the first thing you want to do is turn your oven on just below broil. Turn it up to, most ovens will go to 500 degrees. You want it as hot as you can get it. Do that first. Get that preheated. Second, preheat your cast iron pan. A little bit of oil in the bottom. Coat your steaks with a little bit of oil. Put the appropriate seasonings on them, both sides. Press the seasoning in a little bit. And now we're going to cook them on both sides each 2 minutes. And again, try to time that somewhat if you can. What I've done here, I've done the first side. I'm going to flip them over. Nice little sear on there. Very nice little sear. And again, another 2 minutes on this side. Next, then we're going to take this whole apparatus and put it in the oven for about 5 to 6 minutes, depending on the thickness of the steak. These steaks are a little thicker. It might take about 7 minutes. That's going to give you about a medium finish. If you want to back that up a little bit to 6 minutes, that might give you a medium rare. 5 minutes will give you a rare. Comes out perfect every time. It cooks the product evenly because the side walls of the pan are transferring the heat to the steak from top to bottom. That's what I'm going to do. These things have seared now 2 minutes on each side. What I'm going to do, pick them up, put them in my 500-degree oven. Again, medium, about 7 minutes. Time it. Time it. And there's the finished product. And here's our finished product with the magic of television. Perfectly finished. I'm going to put these over. Let me move my plate here a little bit, get my cutting board. We're going to move these over here and give them a slice and just see how they came out. This one seems to be about rare to medium rare. There you go. That's going to be pretty much rare. Obviously, if you want to finish them any more, you can do that. There you go. We'll plate these up over here. And there you have it. I will caution you that there's a fair amount of smoke provided in this process, so make sure your smoke alarms are unhooked for a little bit. And that's pretty much it.
Welcome to Johnny's, home of restaurant quality food at wholesale prices. Hey, we got sweet deals at Johnny's. Why haven't you been there? Sweet! Come in right now for those New York strip steaks. 12 ounces for just $3.99. That's less than $5 a pound. You gotta get to Johnny's. Try before you buy. Every Friday from 10 to 2 with Chef Roger Tappan. Right off Route 11, right off 81. It's convenient. You can't beat it. Sweet!